Okay, I'm back on the site. Just having a go at this giant molehill. God, this is fun. I keep falling off it. There we go. We got a button. Got a button already. Doing well. Oh, and an air gun pellet. Damn this Deus. This big molehill's not as productive as I would have liked. Loads of little bit of stuff around. There's a clog clip there and semicircular pewter bit and a little air gun pellet, look. But I shall go back. I shall go back onto the flats. Tiny little button. Loving heck. Tiniest of buttons. Now this was 4" down in the hardcore. So that would put it at least 14-15 inches deep in reality. Oh, that would have taken some getting. Another button. Do you get the feeling you've taken all the coins off a site on your first trip? I've got that feeling. Hey, another clog clip. I'm getting all sorts of tiny little bits of stuff. But hey, this is going to be a coinless hunt. Unbelievable. Tiny, tiny, tiny little buttons. Oh, the minuscule. Oh, lead with a hole in it. I think it's a Spindle Whorl. Somebody will put me right. Biggest signal I've had so far. Another little button. I think it's pewter. It's one of those metallic ones, look. Very metalized. Oh, time is running out. I've got to take the family out for lunch now. So that's it for today. Coinless. I didn't find a coin. Never mind. There's always tomorrow. I had a very interesting day today on the where they've taken on the building site where they've taken all the topsoil off. And I could get really low down, picking up some really tiny little things. But let's start with no coins. What? No coins? Doesn't matter. I had a great time. The piece of pottery there, look. That's part of a pint, quite a large mug, and a crude mug, a workman's mug. But this other piece here, look. This is fine. You see the old Chinese design there with the bridge and the two men on. That's one of the classical Chinese designs. That's a decent piece of pottery, that. So maybe the owner was down there as well as the workers. Let's do with the junkite. The Deus. Look, I'm only going down an inch or something, but some of these I got 4 inches into the subsoil. And I mean, they'd be way out of reach of any detector. I don't care what it is, you know. Don't care how good you think your detector is. You wouldn't have got these with a foot of topsoil on top of them. So, there's this, not sure what it is. It's just sort of a flaky bit of metal. Bits of lead. Lots of tiny bits of lead. Bits of bronze, broken bronze. No idea what they're coming off. But then let's get on to some goodies. Oh look, bit of a clay pipe. This, it's not lead. Don't know what it is. I thought it was a token, but I don't know. This is a curious piece of metal. Sort of had a bluey black look to it, so I'll give it a quick shine on the other side, and it's gone back to the metal. It's an iron of some description, I think. Goodies. Clog clasp. Almost looks like a harmonica reeds, but they're not. It's a clog clasp. It's one of the poor man's clasps, I think. This one, give this a quick polish. Look on this side, and look at the design on that. I mean, these clasps were really works of art when they were new. That's a posh man's clog clasp, is that? Clasp on one end, lost on this other end. Do you see it's broken off? which is why they got lost. You need 2 clips to keep them on. Well, I call them clasps. I think the clog clips, actually, to be quite with it. Tiny buttons. One of these was 4 inches under. 4 inches into the clay. Unbelievable. Tiny, 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 look. Tiny, tiny buttons. Now this one, if I can get it right, really, had a really intricate design on it. Tiny little button. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Oh, I haven't seen that side before. Interesting. Something written on that. Not that I could ever make it out in a million years. It's tiny button, tiny writing. Tiny decoration, but normally I don't get anything this deep. Even with the Deus, it wouldn't get to the depth that these are coming out at. Our own can't make that out. Anybody any ideas what that is? Ends in an E. Okay. Metal buttons, very thick metal buttons. Iron almost here. And nice shiny button again there. Air gun pellet. Look at the size of it. Oh, this is a little beauty. See a tiny bit of metal. My pinpointer was signing off and it wouldn't stop. And I'm looking all over and I go, what's it? And it was stuck on the end with a little bit of mud. Hey, but this is what I'm into these days. Look at it. Just look at my hands there. They're absolutely ruined. I'll have to soak them in fairy liquid. Sense of humour. Okay, piece de resistance. Made the hunt really good. Spindle Whorl, lead. What I can gather, the women used to go out in the fields when the blokes were doing the harvesting and things, and they'd do a bit of spinning. If it were decorated, it's supposed to be after Tudor times, and if it's not decorated, they're before that. So we're looking anywhere from Iron Age Roman through to early medieval. But because the poverty struck up my neck of the woods, they probably wouldn't decorate it anyway, so it could be Middle Ages. But for an hour, I can put an hour in whenever I want now. I've got this on my doorstep and it's brilliant. I've had a really good time getting down into the microcosm, right down into the small stuff of metal detecting, which normally I wouldn't be able to get at. They're beyond the range of any detector. Come on, argue with me, I don't care, I've got a Deus. I know I couldn't have got these without a foot of the topsoil being taken off. So, doesn't matter, lads. You don't need coins to have a good hunt. So get out there, good hunting. Till I see you next time. Bye.